Today I'm gonna give away a free t-shirt, ask and answer a question, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero Show. Now cut that intro. Oh, and happy Halloween.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. It's Halloween, y'all, and as promised, the desk and then everything else in Uncharacteristic Studios is all clad with Halloween decor. Now I'm going to touch base on Halloween later on, but for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked, which founding member of the Teen Titans was revealed to have had a heroin addiction? Well, the correct answer is Speedy. And 3 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, your name's been entered in a drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Michael Johnson from Monroe, Louisiana. So congratulations, Michael. You've got a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Spider-Man question, and to an extent it's also a Halloween question. But here it is. Which Spider-Man villain has pumpkin bombs as one of their weapons? Is it A, the Green Goblin, B, Tombstone, or C, Morbius? Alright, here's some hints to help. The first hint is that this villain made their first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 14 in 1964 and was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. In the second hint, this villain was the main villain in the Spider-Man movie in 2002 and was played by Willem Dafoe. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. So, I gotta ask.
Any questions?
Questions I walk around in. Questions I didn't thrive in. Questions I will survive in. Questions.
On this episode, I have not one, but 2 questions for the Any Question segment. And the first one comes from Gary Doe from Hope, Arkansas. He asks, choose one mask to wear and you gain all the abilities from the character who wears it. Here they are. Take a look. Now, I can tell you right now, I really don't want Michael Myers. I mean, I don't want to kill anyone. So, definitely not that. And I don't want Spawn because I don't want it to be going back and forth to hell and then here. And then also I don't want to be disfigured. And then I don't want Deadpool because even though he has a healing factor, I don't want to be, again, just like Spawn, I don't want to be disfigured. And I don't want Darth Vader because if I'm going to have the power of the Force, I would do it to help people and not to hurt anyone. And then, don't even get me started with Vendetta. No, thank you. And then, the Mandalorian. I mean, yeah, the Mandalorian's like one of the most lethal bounty hunters, but you know, wearing that mask all the time, and then swearing an oath to wear it all the time, no. Yeah, Wolverine. I mean, the claws. Who could say no to the claws? But as much as I love Wolverine, I don't want to be a recluse. Although the healing factor is pretty awesome. And then the mask. I don't know if I want to wear that mask and then have no memory of anything that I do. if I want to do something, I want to remember it. And then a Power Ranger, no. Then Iron Man, it would be great to be inside of a suit of armor and fly around all the time and do all kinds of, and then and then take down the bad guys and everything. But I don't know. I don't want to be all sweaty when I come out as a result of being in that armor for a long time. So I definitely have to say Spider-Man, because Spider-Man helps people. He takes responsibility for his actions, and honestly, I would love to have the proportion strength of a spider, and then the web around at the place and just have fun. I mean, yeah. So definitely Spider-Man. Definitely Spider-Man. Okay, and this next question comes from Diane Wing from Manhattan, Kansas. She asked, when you go to buy new comics, how do you keep from buying duplicates? Well, Diane, luckily, at the comic book store that I go to, these people are very serious and very good at what they do. And I have yet to find any duplicates. And what they do is they keep them in a file cabinet. They have a list of every book that I read, and when a new book comes out, they put it in a file cabinet. And when I get there, they'll hand them to me, and then I'll leaf through them right before I pay for them. But I have yet to see a duplicate. But one of the best things to do is just go through them, double check and make sure that all the books that I want are there. And if there's a duplicate, just let them know. All right, I'm really enjoying these questions. I'll have some more for episode 543. But remember, they must have something to do with comic books or anything within the realm, or they could have anything to do with me in terms of the hobby or the show. But please, no personal or tasteless questions. I will neither ask nor answer them here on the show. All right, let's get to the comics I bought this week. Comic books I bought this week. All right, here we go. First up is Absolute Wonder Woman number 13. Detective Comics number 1102. Fantastic Four number 4. The Flash number 26. Green Arrow number 29. Green Lantern number 28. Justice League Unlimited number 12. The Last Wolverine number 1. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 39. Omega Kids number 1. Radioactive Spider-Man number 1. Silverhawks number 9. Space Ghost number 4. Superman number 31. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 12. Thundercats Lost number 7. The Ultimates number 17. Ultimate Spider-Man number 22. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 5. And finally, X-Men Book of Revelation number 1. All right, that's 20, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 14,120. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free key for next week's episode of the show. Which Spider-Man villain has pumpkin bombs as one of their weapons? Is it A, Green Goblin, B, Tombstone, or C, Morbius? All right, here's some hints to help. The first hint is that this character made their first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 14 in 1964 and was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. And the second hint, this villain was the main antagonist in the Spider-Man movie in 2002 and was played by Willem Dafoe. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Michael Johnson from Monroe, Louisiana, who won a free tea on this episode. Now, Halloween for a long time has been considered a child's holiday. It's where children dress up and they go trick-or-treating. But along the way, adults started dressing up, but instead of trick-or-treating, they go to organized parties, whether it be college parties or office parties. And it pretty much became a holiday for just about anyone. Now, for all you parents who have children, I hope you're watching your children as they're going trick-or-treating. And I hope that when they get back, you're checking whatever candy they got. And then for all you adults that are going to to Halloween parties, have fun, but be responsible. Be safe. Do the right thing. You know what I'm talking about. In other words, if you get drunk, get somebody else to drive. I know I maybe sounding like one of those get off my lawn old people, but there's a lot of truth behind that. I don't want to have to turn on the news and find out that there were some people getting hurt or worse on Halloween. Alright, this is a Halloween Comic Hero tea, and I know that Halloween is coming to a close, and so is the month of October, but I'm going to keep this up as a product on IamTheComicHero.com/shop through the rest of November, and they're $17 no matter the size. That way you can buy one and then put it up for next year. Alright, here's the road ahead for the show. On next week's episode 542, I'm raising awareness of adoption. On episode 543, I'm celebrating Veterans Day. On episode 544, I'm raising awareness of diabetes. And on episode 545, I'm raising awareness of lung cancer. And meet me at the second annual Louisiana Delta Comic Con. It's on November 8th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the West Monroe Convention Center in West Monroe, Louisiana. I'm going to be one of several guests there, and we're also going to have some great vendors. So as Loretta Lynn used to say, y'all come. All right, if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome. As soon as you're done, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. And if you're watching this on the Louisiana Delta Content Careers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. And also share. Please, sir, please, ma'am. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 542. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and happy Halloween, y'all.
Yeah.